Hi there. I'm going to be planting a few plants that I got for free off of my works trial wagon. So some of you might know I work actually for a perennial company, and every once in a while they will put free plants on a wagon that they have trialed all season long. So they trial plants for like the upcoming season that they want to possibly grow and sell. And so some of these plants are new to my company, so they might have been on the market for a while, they're just new to us growing them, or they're completely new on the market. So I was trying to look up one of these right now. I have been around perennials literally like my whole life since high school, and I had never heard of this one. It's called Erysimum, and the variety is Irresistible Fire. And I looked it up, and it looks like possibly a new variety like last year or this year. And it said it was like what did it say, like 16 to 22 inches tall, 12 to 16 inches wide, full sun. It is a zone 5, so I would technically call myself a zone like 4/5. It just depends. The internet says my area is a zone 6. I beg to differ. In my little microclimate here in my yard, I don't think I've ever got a zone 6 to come back for me. So it's like spotty on the zone 5. So I thought I'd try it. I got 3 of these ones, the Irresistible Fire. And oh, this is funny. I'm just reading on here. It says gully on there. Maybe we should plant it in the gully. Maybe we shouldn't, because it wouldn't get the full sun it needs. So I don't know, I thought I'd try this out in Lollipop Lane and see what happens. I did look up the plant, and it looked pretty cool. So who knows, maybe it will do good up there, maybe not. But I have 3 of them, so we're gonna try them. I'll probably just put them all in one little clump together. So I got 3 of those. And then I have, let's see, 6 of these, was it the Sunseeker pink, maybe? Hot pink. So I got 6 of these Sunseeker hot pink coneflower. And we'll put these in, and they're looking a little shabby because I've had them down here in the shade for a while to just keep them until I want to plant them. I had a lot more than this, but I gave some to my friend Michael at church. And then also I think I want to set some aside for my other friend Tate and Hallie, because they're trying to do some new landscaping at their new house. So I'll probably leave, I've got 6 of these, I'll probably leave 3 for Tate and Hallie, and then if they want them, I don't know. And then I have this is the Sunseeker orange. I have some of these. Actually, when they first came out, I got a free one from the Darwin perennial days when my sister and I went, and actually I got 2 free ones because my sister didn't want hers, so she gave it to me. But so I got 6 of these. This is a really pretty orange color, and I'll probably, if Tate and Hallie want some, I'll leave 3 for them. So we'll probably only plant 3 of them today. And then I got 5 of these proven winner ones. These are double coated coral cranberry. I'm not sure if this is a new variety on the market or if this is a new variety to my company, but I thought it was really pretty. So I got 5 of those, I think, or 6. I got 6 of those. And then I got 5 of these was it color coded or Sunseeker? Sunseeker yellow. So I got 5 of those. I don't know. I'll probably plant some down in that coneflower area where my coneflowers do so well. And maybe we can even plant some where I've got the Cleome in there. So we'll see. A couple other things. Now I don't know if I'm going to plant all this stuff today, but a couple other things I got was the Heliopsis. This one's looking a little rough, but we were at a family camping reunion type thing, I don't know, a few weekends ago, and my Aunt Mary and Uncle Kurt, they had just one single Heliopsis plant in their landscaping. They just had like a couple of hosta, a little tree, and this Heliopsis, and it was blooming and it was so pretty. I planted one of these on the side of my hill over there, and I love it. It's still blooming since I planted it this summer. It's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm gonna plant some of these. I have a couple different kinds. So this one is Heliopsis Sol de Aronica. Okay, and I don't know, we got like a few different kinds. Okay, see these ones. I think I might have got 3 different kinds. I don't know. So that was Sol de Aronica. This one is Heliopsis Sol Giato. Okay. This one's more of like a straight yellow. So we'll try that. And then this one is actually a proven winner, Heliopsis Raise for Days. So I'm not sure if, again, if this is new on the market or new to our company. But it's this one. Actually, now I wish I would have cut this one off, but this one was leaning really bad. I cut it off and it's already growing 2 new shoots. But that's all right. Next year it will grow properly. And I think that was it for the Heliopsis. I might have had one more variety. Oh yeah. Well, that one looks completely dead. Here's for days. What is this? Okay, yeah. I'm not sure. This one could be completely dead, but this is Heliopsis Punto Russo. And what I'll do is, see, it looks dead. There's some green on it. I'll just cut it. Oh, it is alive. We'll just cut it back. Let's cut all these stems back and hopefully they'll do better next year. But anyway, we'll see. I might end up giving some of these to Tate and Hallie as well. And then the only other thing down here I got is, of course, a couple of heuchera. These are Sultry Night Dulce. And I haven't tried these before, so I was like, well, they're free. I'm gonna try them. And then they have like a really pretty dainty pink bloom on them. Kind of reminds me of the evening gown. I think it actually looks a lot like the evening gown. All right, let's see. Maybe we'll do 3 of the yellow, give the other ones to Tate and Hallie. Oh, okay. I really want to try that Erysimum. So let's grab those. Get some of that color-coded coral cranberry. Okay, so we'll do one of these. Raise for days. Raise for days. Alright, I already see something I want to do. This is something that's also been driving me nuts that I've just been like neglecting on purpose. Because it's, I don't know, I planted a few different things over here. Let's just go, I'll show you. Okay. Yeah. This area behind you, get ready. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess, but we're gonna clean it up. We're gonna clean it up right now. Back here, this is our pool is kind of like on a hill, and this slopes down really a lot. This area right here, the hosta are great. I love the hosta in there. They love it in there. Pretty soon I'll have to cut back the blooms on them, but those are the frozen margarita. Now, last year, was it last year? I came in and planted these salvia, and if you were with me a few movies ago, I had pulled out some better blue salvia that they're amazing. They get really tall. They're great for cut flowers, but I didn't realize they got that tall. I was hoping they would stay kind of like a third of that size, like the Victoria blue that come back for me every year. I thought that would be really pretty to have like a little chunk of Victoria blue salvia just nice and tidy in there. No, it's definitely this better blue gets a lot bigger than my liking, and it just looks messy. And so I have like tons of weeds in here. I have Rudbeckia that reseeds itself in here. I actually gave a bunch of that to my brother and sister-in-law like a little while ago. I have it on film. I'll show you guys here eventually. I thought, man, maybe it would be nice to just kind of let the Rudbeckia take over in there. I actually have some really pretty Crane's Bell geranium. This is the dark Raider, and you can't even see it anymore because of these giant blue salvia. So it might be pretty to plant just a bunch of coneflower on this hill, and maybe we'll plant like the shorter ones. I think that color, let me look at that color coded one. I think that's more of like a shorter variety, if I'm remembering. So yes, so let's see, 20 inches. Yeah, that's not like terribly tall. So I mean, these salvia are probably 4 foot tall. They're crazy. If they were standing up straight, that thing is huge. So let's get this little area cleaned up, and I might have to be really careful because there's probably poison ivy in there. I already see a nice big poison ivy plant right there. So that is another reason why I don't get in here very often. It's just, you know, being right up next to the woods, it's full of poison ivy. So let's try to tackle this.
I told him head about a country mile till you see the village limit sign. Follow Cold Creek till it takes you past the old coal mine. You'll see the water tower next to the Milford Feed and Seed. And down on the corner will be my daddy's farming field. Now I may be trying to catch the chickens, I may be wrangling in the cattle. I might have to help my older brother bucking bears. If my mama's selling bread down at the market, I might have to feed my baby sister. Come on, son, hell or high water, you'll be waiting on a farmer's daughter.
Well, there you have it. I just worked with what I had. I ended up moving quite a few things. When I first planted this hill, gosh, I don't even know if I have any picture or video of it because it was before I only started doing YouTube like 4 or 5 years ago. So I had planted these before that. Anyway, I had planted these Kniphofia, these 3 red hot poker Kniphophias in here as well, and they were right back here. So I had one there, up under in there. You can see the hole I dug it from. And then I had one like up under those leaves. So as these hosta have grown, they kind of covered up those Kniphofia, and they just weren't blooming like they should, and they weren't seeing as much sun as they should. This is what color they are. It's just a straight orange, and they bloom a little later in the season. So I moved them and chopped them off because they looked a little gnarly and stressed out from reaching for the sun. So I moved them all right here, and then I clumped up all my dark reader geraniums right here. Again, those look a little leggy too, just because they were being covered up by all those monster salvia. I grouped up all the volunteer, this is all volunteer coneflower, and I put it right here. It seemed to like to grow here the most, so that's where I grouped it all. And then I ended up moving all my rocks right here. I don't know if you could tell, but this is a major washout. Every time it rains, or like a really heavy rain, all my pea stone just continues to wash out into the woods. So I've lost so much pea stone, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna put all, I tried to put the rocks where there was ruts, but I think this will help. I got them all in this major rut. I put 1 bag of mulch down because, like I said, it does drain off this hill. So if we get a heavy rain, I'm assuming the mulch might drain right off the hill. So I didn't want to waste too much, but I thought maybe I'd try it for now just to kind of cover up the exposed soil and pea stone, because otherwise the weeds will grow like that. This is where I put that Erysimum, or whatever that's called. I actually thought I had 6 of the Sunseeker orange, but I must have had 5 because that one is a Sunseeker coral. So I just put that one in the middle. And then down here is where I put all the color-coded, is it cranberry? Something cranberry. Double-coated coral cranberry. So we'll see. I mean, it's better than nothing, and it's way better than it was. We'll see how they do. I feel like I planted coneflower here before and the bunnies ate them, so I do have some more bunny repellent. It's just the liquid fence pelleted version, and so I will sprinkle that on here because the bunnies seem to love the coneflower and they love fresh plantings of it. Okay, I've got 3 Sunseeker yellow left, and then I have 3 Sunseeker hot pink. And then I was thinking the other day actually that Lollipop Lane could really use some yellow. So I was thinking about putting this Heliopsis Sol Giotto. I'm gonna look it up real quick and see if I can get the specs on it. I just looked it up, and it looks like it might be a trial plant for 2025 that they tried brand new, because the Penn State something popped up and it said there's no information on this yet, and it gave me like a trial garden. And so anyway, I thought maybe we'll try it in our garden too, and I'm gonna plant 3 of them, the same kind, I think. Yeah. And the picture I seen, I mean, I don't know how long they were trialing it for, but the picture I just looked up on the internet, it stayed pretty small, so maybe it's a compact version. Okay, let's go up and plant these. I was looking at this the other day, and I was like, man, it'd be good to get some more yellow out here. I've got a little bit of yellow right there with that yarrow, and then I do have a little bit of yellow, I guess, over here, and then like a pop of it right there. Let's see. So maybe we'll get some on the end. Let me try to see if I can grab, well, we'll just grab 2 of them for now, but we'll try to get some on the end out here, and hoping that they stay a little shorter. Well, I guess they wouldn't need to. These might actually look really pretty in front of these penstemon. Could do that. Let's do that. That's pretty. Let's do that. Okay. I like it. The only thing is, if they are short, I mean, yeah, I like that. I like that. I was thinking I could put them like in here. So like there, and there, or no, I like that. Let's do that.
You say, girl, it ain't no thing. You're busy as a cat on an old tin roof. And I'm just sitting here wishing I could kill all my time with you. Hey, now I tell you what, how about I fire up the 4x4, pull up my bootstraps and help you till the cows come home. I say, well, Daddy needs a hand down in the hayfield, fixing up my grandpa's hand-me-down tractor. I still have to milk old Rosie down at the dairy barn. If my mama's in the kitchen canning up the harvest, I might have to look after all the youngins. Come mud, sun, hell or high water, you'll be waiting on the farmer's daughter. Well, the eggs needed collecting, and the pigs they needed a feeding. The dogs needed a washing, Lord bless his heart. Oh, with all my daddy gave him, I never once heard him complain. And that boy spent his whole damn summer just waiting on the farmer's daughter. He was out there catching chickens, he was wrangling up the cattle, he even milked old Rosie down at the dairy barn. And while my mama was at the market, he helped me look after all the youngins. He spent his whole dang summer just waiting on the farmer's daughter. I fell in love that summer while he waited on the farmer's daughter.
Now, I do have a couple more I want to try. And they have, I mean, this is the spot that's really wet. Should I just throw some in here and see? Sol Diaronica. And this is a raise for days. I actually have 3 of these. This one says 24 to 26. Let's throw all 3 of these ones in and see what happens. Realize that I was on a time lapse, which is fine, but I was like talking to you the whole time. But it looks like they're kind of clumped way too close together. But what I did is I planted, so the roots ball is there, and there, and then they're all kind of just like leaning into each other. So like that. I'm stuck on that one, but see, the root balls right there, and then it's like leaning, they're all leaning in like one big clump. So I don't know, it's called Raise for Days, but we'll be the judge of that. I've got some coneflower left, and I really wanted to try some coneflower where I have the cleome. I'm starting to like be able to grow stuff in there now. And so I've got these 3 yellows and 3 hot pink, both Sunseeker. So I was thinking about putting those in there. So let's go do that. These are my coneflower this year. They just went crazy. I love them so much. It's just been really nice because usually it's hard for me to get stuff to grow in here, but I had planted a few coneflower, I think, in here, and it just sort of naturalized this year. Last year I did notice a lot of them show up, and then this year they just kind of took over. They kind of made a liar out of me because I've been saying, oh, I can't grow anything in this area. And then all of a sudden the coneflowers are like, oh, leave it to us, Jess. We'll come through for you. And they sure have. This is what they did for me this year. It was pretty amazing. So good job, buddies. So I thought, along with the Rebecca, that's kind of taking over in here as well. I had a Rebecca plant in there, but it's just naturalizing, which I'm perfectly fine with. Now, this area over here, I've grown several things. I started out, I was going to make it like a rose garden. They all died. I've planted different types of annuals over the years. They die up. And then, you know, as I'm thinking about it, so this tree right here, this is a sucker tree. It grew up a few years ago, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And so this area just gets more and more shade, unfortunately. It used to get tons more sun, but it's early in the morning, and it's like, I feel like the sun will be right there, like around noon or so. And then it will get sun for the rest of the day, but you can see it's shaded from like these canopy trees, that tree. Once it gets past that maple tree, it gets shade because the sun kind of goes down that way. So I don't know, I'm kind of rethinking putting the coneflower here because I don't know how well they'll do. I mean, I could put them up on this hill here. I tried to plant begonias. I got these begonias, and usually I plant the red big begonias with the bronze leaf. I never really have too much luck with the green leaf. It just seems to fry up. So they looked pretty for a few weeks, but this is kind of a mess in here, and I thought maybe I could clean this up now that I moved that hibiscus and I could just try coneflower here. That's looking good. I initially was gonna put the 3 yellows and then the 3 pinks, but I remember that eventually I also have some hosta I want to plant on this hill. I just want like a big, bold hosta. Look at how dirty I'm getting. I love it. A big, bold hosta like right there, and then honestly maybe 3 of them, like 3 different ones. So like a cool one there, there, and there. So I wanted to leave that area for that. And then if those coneflower do all right there, maybe I'll continue it like a little bit more, but that's fine for now. It looks so messy in here because I was digging in all this creeping Jenny. I don't mind the creeping Jenny in here. I think it's really pretty, and it's pretty easy to control on this hill. I do have that coneflower that I've had in there for years, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's something like a fruit name, like watermelon or strawberry, something watermelon, I think. It's really pretty. It kind of gets sort of bushy, so that does good in there. So hopefully the rest of them will do good. So now I'm just collecting all the rest of the plants and getting them ready to take to my friend Tate on Sunday. And then the other day, I don't know if you guys remember, but I dug up a volunteer penstemon, and I just had it in this white bucket. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to give that to Tate and Hallie too. So I'm just planting it up in this little pot, and hopefully he can use this penstemon in his yard too. Out here a little bit later. I waited till Nate was done mowing the lawn, and then it was funny, he came up to me when he seen this by the pool and he's like, "Did you just do that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "It kind of like stopped me in my tracks when I seen it." He's like, "It looks so good. Thank you for cleaning that up." So Nate really loved it. There are a couple plants that are wilting. Even though I watered them, they'll be fine. Usually transplants do that. They wilt pretty bad, but it's in the full sun now, so you can see it. Like 3 o'clock now, and it might have been like, I don't know, 9 or 10 a.m. when I did this. So it will have a good chunk of full sun here for a while. But you can see, like, this one is one that I transplanted, so it's kind of wilty, but it should bounce back. That Rebecca is a little bit wilty, should be just fine. And then I think I transplanted that one too, but they're all right. It's kind of one of the reasons I cut that off too, because I didn't want it to wilt. But these new plantings are good. They're doing just fine. And then I did text my friend Tate, and he's gonna take this group right here. So I've got 9 different types of coneflower, one of these Heliopsis, and then some penstemon that he'll like. So that would be good. Okay, now I didn't put any water on these yet. I have to get the water out. I imagine they'll be kind of droopy. Yeah, a little bit. It's not too bad. But hopefully those will look good in there. And then we got the yellow over here. I'll gotta get some water on those as well. Yep, it'll be pretty. If they survive, we'll see. I've got lots of little butterflies too. I don't know if they're like a moth, but they're just little, like, mini ones. Tons. I don't know if you can see all of them. They'll all get up and fly. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. There's another one, but they're just little. There might be a moth. Just little guys. Oh, there's some right there. Dragonflies. Anyway, bumblebees. There's a yellow one. The yellow and black swallowtails are all over, and then the monarchs. Well, that's about it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me in the garden and just planting up some new plants, trying out some coneflower and a different plant that I've never even heard of until I picked it up from my wagon, the Erysimum, something like that. I'm gonna have to read up on it. Transplanting some things like that Nephofia that just, like, I kind of disappeared under that hosta, cleaning up that hill over there, and then also just saving some plants for some more of my friends. I brought a whole like black crate full of coneflower to church last weekend for my friend Michael, and he followed me out to my trunk in my car, and I had, I don't know, maybe like 10 plants in this crate, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to take one." And I go, no, you're taking them all. So I picked up the crate and I handed it to him, and he's like, "Really? Are you sure?" I'm like, "I'm absolutely positive, and there's more where that came from." He's like, "We could share with Tate." I'm like, no, I got more for Tate. Don't you worry. And then he's like, "Well, do you want this crate back?" I'm like, "No, take the crate. I got 4 more crates in my garage. I got to give away anyway." Anyway, so that's always, I think, sometimes more fun to give the plants away to friends and just share. It's fun to share. Not just when you're a little kid. It's fun to share when you're an adult too. All right, well, I hope that you're having a wonderful day, enjoying your garden. I hope that you're finding ways to beat this heat. I'm not gonna complain about the heat because I know some of you guys deal with this like non-stop every summer. This is something that you guys consistently deal with. So I'm not gonna complain about it for that reason, and I'm also never gonna complain about it because I live in Michigan and our winters here are just really cold and long and dreary and sometimes like sad. And so I will never complain about this heat, that's for sure. All right, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time if you want to come hang out again. So we'll see you then. The butterflies are all over the place. They love my living river too, actually. Oh, there's a swallowtail maybe? Hi, little guy. You look like you're having a good day. Yeah. You sure do. Oh, there's another one. Just joined the party. That's a big one. They love this impatiens. I don't know if you can tell how big he is, but he's a pretty big one. I'm gonna go up and show him what we did. Okay, you can come if you want. Do you want to come with us? Come on, buddy. Come on, let's go. Let's go show him. Gosh, I wish I could show you how big he is. My hand down there. Can you see? Look at how big he is. There's another one right over there. Massive. Okay, he's probably the friendliest one. He lets me get close. They're still here. You guys like that? Yeah. Eat your heart out. It's all for you, buddies. You want to come too? You can come. He's so funny.